Hey guys, what's up? I'm Christian Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about why you should spend $50 on an Apple Watch band. Now you're probably in front of your screen like, I think he made a mistake. He meant to say shouldn't. No, I said what I mean. Here's why you should pay $50 for an Apple Watch band. Now when I got my Apple Watch, I did what I think most people do. You get the watch, you get the band that comes with it, you're like, great, I want a different color band. So you think about ordering third-party bands. After all, third-party bands are so much cheaper. You can get a sport loop on Amazon that looks exactly the same as the Apple one for $10, maybe $11. And Apple is charging $49 on their website for this. But life went on, I just continued to use the watch band that came with my Apple Watch. But then I decided I really wanted a different color. And that new product, red color I'm wearing right now, is only available from Apple, and nobody has made a knockoff yet. So this got me to thinking, are knockoffs that good? Should you pay $11 or should you pay $49 for an official one? So the watch band I got was the Summit White Nike ripoff, I guess you could call it. It's supposed to have the reflective threading and have the white color scheme. And I gotta say, comfort-wise, it feels exactly the same as the default Apple Sport Loop. It is very soft and a little bit elastic, and it also tried to have reflective thread, but I'm not giving this a pass. I don't think the thread is reflective. But okay, even if the Nike version isn't really reflective, I have to say, from a standpoint of copying colors, they did a fantastic job. If you're wearing this band, no one else is gonna know it's a knockoff because it looks exactly the same as the Apple band. So you're probably saying, well, Christian, if it looks and feels the same as an Apple Watch band, then just buy the $11 one, right? Well, maybe. See, this is where the issues start to appear. Number one, the lugs just don't fit right. On any third-party band I've ever tried, including this one, the part that attaches to your watch, well, it's loose at best. Where the default Apple Watch bands are a perfect fit, these just wiggle around and seriously have me concerned that the watch is going to slip out from the band or something's gonna happen and it's gonna cause the watch to fall on the ground and get damaged. Second, the Velcro is significantly weaker, so this is not going to cause a problem from your day-to-day usage. While it is weaker, it still is relatively strong and it will keep the watch on your wrist no problem, except doing one activity, and that's swimming. You see, when Apple designed the Sport Loop, they made it with swimming in mind because the Apple Watch Series 3 and beyond is really optimized for swimming, where you can take it with you, track your workout, and the watch is made to go underwater. The band is made to wick away water quickly once you get out of water. All of that is great, but you're also having water pushing against the band, and you need strong Velcro to make sure your watch stays attached to you. So if you're swimming, let me just say I would absolutely recommend paying the $50 for the official Apple Watch band, because I don't think you want to mess around with the weaker Velcro and risk losing your watch when you're swimming. One other thing I noticed about the third-party knockoff is it was really rough when sliding through the loop section of the Sport Loop. This may seem like a first world problem, and it is, but it's a little bit annoying when you take it off and put it on each day, and it's just stiff when you're trying to pull it through the loop. The official Apple band just glides very smoothly through, and it's a great experience. But okay, looks the same, kind of a poor fit, little bit weak Velcro, but generally it's the same. And there's a $40 price difference. So why in the world should anyone buy the $50 watch band when the $11 one is almost just as good? Well, this last argument comes from Taylosive Tech in his video about why Apple Watch bands are so expensive. So I have to give him credit for making me aware of this argument, and you can watch his video on that over there. But I got to thinking, all of these bands are literally ripping off Apple. Now, people use the term rip off loosely. Oh, it's such a rip off, it's such a knockoff. but these are literally ripoffs. Look, all these third-party manufacturers do is wait for Apple to come out with their colors for the season, rip off those colors exactly down to the name that Apple calls the color on their website, and make and ship them at a fraction of the cost. My friends, that is the definition of a ripoff. These manufacturers aren't trying to add any twist, they're not calling it something different, they're not making up their own colors or their own features on why you may want to buy theirs instead. They're literally just waiting for Apple to do the work of the engineering and coming up with the colors and saying, hey, yeah, let's do what Apple does and we're gonna make money. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. I am not going to support a company who took the marvelous and innovative engineering Apple did to create the Sport Loop and just completely knocks it off and sells it nearly at cost. So in conclusion, if all you're interested in doing is changing the color of your watch band, then I guess the third-party bands aren't a bad option. If, however, you're an Apple enthusiast and you love your Apple Watch and you want the most premium band experience, plus you want to be supporting Apple's brilliant engineering, then I would recommend going with the official Sport Loop or Sport Band. Now look, it truly is personal preference, and I was impressed by what the third-party bands have to offer. I will have some of those linked down in the description below if you're interested, but for me personally, I'd rather have 2, maybe 3 official Apple Watch bands and have a really high quality experience and the best possible build quality than have a bunch of different colors with knockoff bands and constantly be having quality issues and concerns that my watch is gonna fall out from the band. So what do you guys think? Am I insane to say that I'd like to pay $50 for an Apple Watch band? What kind of band would you buy and why? I'd love to know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, do be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss when I release new videos. With that said, I will catch you guys next time.